Hey folks, Jiminy Critic Bail Bonds here. I'm sorry. Let me start that over again. We're Jiminy Critic here, and I'm here to do a movie review for you of a movie called The Bounty Hunter. A recent release, Bounty Hunter. This movie stars Jennifer Aniston, Gerard Butler, Christine Baranski even has a part in this movie. It falls under it's going to be a rom-com is what you're going to call this movie, romantic comedy from Columbia Pictures. Andy Tennant is the director here, and I'm going to find a lot of my fault with this movie, probably with him and the script that he got together and fixed up. He directed movies like Fool's Gold, and had a few okay parts. Hitch, that was a pretty popular movie with Will Smith in that as the romance hooker-upper. He did a movie way back, Sweet Home Alabama, which was received pretty well. I'm just not thrilled with this particular flick, The Bounty Hunter. It's rated PG-13. And I know it tries to warn you there in the ratings of what's to expect in the movie, but for me, and I'm not trying to be prudish or anything, but I just thought it was a pretty hard PG-13 with some of the language and things that came up in the film I thought were more towards the R-rated slant, but you'll have to decide for yourself. The movie comes in at just under 2 hours at 110 minutes, and I still felt that might have been 10 to 15 minutes too long. If they might have trimmed a little bit more, shortened this up, it could have helped. Here's I got to be perfectly honest with you guys too. Jiminy Critic's not going to lie to you. At this particular early preview that I went to, they switched venues on us, and I've got to the theater where they were showing the movie maybe 5-6 minutes after it had begun. So I missed the very beginning of this movie, but tried to pick up the action where it left off. The basic premise is this. Jennifer Aniston, lovable character. A lot of people love her in TV shows and movies. Gerard Butler has certainly been in a number of interesting, fun films the last 2 years in his acting career. She is a reporter, and he was a cop. For some reasons that you'll find out watching the movie, he got out of the police department and is now working as a guy that chases folks that run from bail. Well, this is the thing. At one point in time, Gerard Butler's character, Milo Boyd is his name, by the way, and Jennifer Aniston's character, Nicole Hurley, they were married. Something went wrong within the first 3 years, and they've been divorced for a little bit of time, bitterly divorced, and kind of, they hate each other, quote unquote. And again, this is a rom-com, so you know where this is headed. Well, here's what happens. She misses a court appointment on some minor traffic incident, and Gerard Butler is working for a bail bonds guy who's going to be gone for the weekend and put him in charge, and he gets this case that he has to go track down. Guess who? He gets to track down his ex-wife, Jennifer Aniston, and bring her into justice, for her great crime to humanity. And man, does he relish the thought of going to get her, turning her in, and getting his $5,000 reward. Well, the setup's kind of interesting, but somewhere in this movie it just sort of fell flat for me. I mean, they're engaging characters at times. There are some comedic moments in this movie, but overall I left the movie feeling unsatisfied. I just didn't come out with a big smile on my face. They go through all sort of antics, getting together, him trying to track her down first of all, then trying to keep her, once he finds her, keep her under his watch care, which could mean most of the time handcuffing her to stuff. And she finds ways to bust out of that. Then they start to, because they spend so much time together, can you kind of guess where this is going to go? They start to have these weird old-fashioned feelings for each other again. And so this movie are they going to end up together in the end? Are they not? My guess when I was going to the movie, I told the guys I was going with, I said, I figured this is going to end up that they're going to get back together. They're going to be out of the country because he's going to want to help her in her bail issue. And one of the only ways to help her out is he'd know places to escape and to go to where they could run off together and start their life off all over again. And you'll have to check out this movie Bounty Hunter to see if Jiminy Critic was right on that. I got 1 out of 3, I think, out of that pick. So not thrilled with The Bounty Hunter, but I want you to check it out for yourself and see what you think.